Hello, this is Pearls of Wisdom with Gail Hamilton. And today's topic is the 3 R's, as in rights, respect, and responsibility. Have you ever had somebody step on your rights? Have you ever had somebody disrespect you? Or have you ever had someone not be responsible for their actions and or behaviors? I don't know about you, but I have, and it's not a pretty feeling. I have a degree in psychology and counseling, and it kind of drives me nuts when people step on my rights, or they don't respect me, or they don't take responsibility for their actions. So I thought it would be a really good topic to address this because a lot of people don't get it. So here's hoping that you'll get it and that you can then learn to be on your path more to an unstoppable, unforgettable, and unbelievable life. So rights. We have the right to speak what we want to say to other people. We have the right to free speech. We have the right to drive a car as fast as we want or as slow as we want. We have the right to walk a dog and let it go anywhere it wants to go. And if it wants to entangle itself with another dog, we have that right. We have those rights. Here's the deal. When our rights affect another person's rights, then we don't have that right anymore. I like to equate it with like mats. If we were standing on 2 separate mats on the floor, and all is well as good when we keep our mats separate. And today I have brought, these are our mats, little Post-it notes, because we can't on Zoom do the standing on mat thing. So these are our mats. When I stand on this mat and you stand on that mat, and we are separate entities on our mats, then all is well. But the second that my mat is on top of your mat, it's not a good thing. I have now invaded your space, the rights. I don't have the right to be on your mat. Even with permission, it's not a good thing for me to stand on your mat. Much less some people, not only do they stand like on the little corner here of the mat, they might stand like that, or like this, or all the way over on top of your mat. And then you're going to feel not heard, not valued, or anything else. Even though I say, I have the right. No, you don't. You do not have the right to step on the other person's mat. Which leads me to respect. If we were respecting one another, honoring each other, then there'd be no way that I would step on this mat. If I respect you, I'm gonna stay over here where I belong. So then there's respect. And I had more I was going to say about that, but it's leaving my brain at the moment. And then there's responsibility. If I were responsible for myself and my actions, then I would stay over here and I would acknowledge what I was doing. I would respect you. I would say, oh, I just spoke and devalued you. I said something not nice. If I were responsible, I would be owning that. And you'd say what you'd say back to that. If I were being responsible, I would not drive 100 miles per hour in a 20 mile per hour zone. I'd be responsible for that. And then if I were walking my dog, I certainly would say, oh, my dog just entangled with yours. I'd take ownership of what I did. None of us are always over here on our separate mats all the time. Oftentimes we do inadvertently step on the other person's mat. And then what we need to do to be responsible is to own up and be accountable for our behaviors and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I stepped on your mat. Now, you're not going to tell the other person that because they would not have the slightest idea in what you're talking about. But you would say something like, oh, I'm sorry for what I just said. Or if the policeman came over to you and said, did you know you were going 100 miles per hour in that 20 mile per hour zone? You go, oh, yes. A responsible person acknowledges what they just did. An irresponsible person would blame something else. Well, I was texting, I just didn't see that light and the music was up so loud and they did blame all the external circumstances for the behaviors. And you see it all the time on TV and with people. They blame. When you're blaming, you are not taking responsibility for yourself or with others. I wanted to give you a quote that I saw once on a poster. Well, I didn't see it, I'm blind, but it was described to me. And this poster had lots of different colored butterflies on it, all different shapes and all different sizes and all different species. And at the bottom of the poster, it says, diversity creates dimension in our world. So that goes with rights and respect. Respecting is where I wanted to put that under, because if we were respecting one another, we would respect each other with our diversities and our differences. And it's okay for me to have different colored hair and eyes and to be a senior and to be a woman with a disability. And that's what brings my characteristics to the table, just as well as it is good for you to bring all your different characteristics to the table. And when we're respecting one another, we are acknowledging that we are different, yet the same, and to be valued. So I wanted to make sure I got that in there because I forgot it a while ago. I knew I forgot something. Anyway, so respect, responsibility, and rights. I'd like to challenge you this week because we all have issues with this here and there because we're humans. And as humans, we step ourselves on top of somebody else's mat every once in a while. So look at what rights you have. And maybe are you infringing your rights on somebody else inadvertently? Or how about respect? Are you respecting everybody with love and with kindness and with oneness? And what about your responsibility? Are you taking ownership? And when you mess up, are you saying, oh, I messed up? So look at those. And I challenge you to see if you are doing any one of those three things. And I'm going to leave you with, as always, if you change the way you see, you will change the way you live.